got new skates again. So yeah, I got new skates again. I got some Adapt Brutales customs, and I just thought I would do a little video talking about them, as a few of you have requested that. If you have looked into ordering Adapts before, you'll know that they take a long time. And that's because they are custom made for each order. So every time you order a pair of Adapts, they are custom made just for you. They're not like an off-the-shelf skate. These are like the most high-end aggressive skate you can get. And I decided to pull the trigger on these, even though they're pretty expensive, because I've always had issues with sizing. My foot size is like in between a lot of different shells. So for example, with the them skates, which I had been skating previous to these, I can skate the mediums, but just barely. And there's definitely a little bit of discomfort. I can squeeze into them, but the large size is way too big on me, and I'd rather deal with a little bit of discomfort and have a better fit. The issue was a little bit better when I was skating the Danny Beers, because the clear plastic is flexier, so a lot of the pressure points I was having weren't as bad, but it would still hurt after skating for a bit. So it wasn't ideal, but I really love the brand them and want to support them as much as I can. So I was making it work. With USD, I have to go into a bigger shell, and again, I don't like the way that feels, having a bunch of extra skate that I don't need. I was doing pretty well with razors. They have 10-11 shells versus 11-12, so I fit pretty well in razors. The Cult specifically, and I was skating the Shift for a while, which I really liked. I did have some pressure points in that skate that I was able to adjust with some heat molding. But anyway, I decided that I'm too old to have discomfort when I'm skating. And some of my friends, shout out to Kenan, Blading on the Brain. I've been talking to him and Taylor Nelson about Adapts, because they are both big fans and big believers in these skates. So I decided I was going to do it. So just about 8 weeks ago, I placed an order and I did some customs. And you can customize all the colors. I really wanted to do an unboxing of these, but I was just way too excited, and I just had to skate them, so I couldn't do the unboxing. I literally got the box and then jumped in my car and went to my friend Jamie's house to skate his box to just break them in. And to be honest, I was a little nervous. One, because going back and forth with Peter and Olga at Adapt, they like really help you dial in the size to get the right fit. And I was nervous because they have me in a 43 with a little bit of extra room in the toe box, and I've never skated a skate that small. That seems very small to me. I wear size 12 sneakers, sometimes 11 and a half. So I was nervous, but they were right. These fit me so perfectly. I've never had a skate that I just take out of the box and it's extremely comfortable. I've only skated them twice so far, and both times I've had zero comfort issues whatsoever. I was also nervous because I've seen some people say that they're really hard to adjust to because of them being really rigid and stiff, because they have a one piece. This is all one piece. There's no cuff movement. So these were all things I was slightly worried about. And I have to say that I had literally no adjustment period. There was no learning curve. I put them on, started skating the box, and they didn't feel weird at all. I was able to do everything that I could do the previous day when I skated, and a lot of stuff was actually a lot easier. They slide amazing. These fancy secret material they use on their frames and sole plates is super fast. They're nice and wide, but they don't feel obtrusive or anything. And I love that they're symmetrical, so I think that you can like flip them. I think that's the case. I don't remember if that's true. I think it might be true. Someone told me that. But seriously, look at this. Look at the colors though. I got to customize everything I wanted, even the logo stitching. How nice is that? They're seriously the nicest looking skates I've ever seen. And they're so tiny, and they're so light. The them 909s and medium are pretty light skate, and these are significantly lighter. They barely feel like you have skates on your feet when you're skating with them. One issue that I've had in terms of fitment with other skates is I have a really bony inner ankle, and with Intuition liners or the Rossi's liner, I would get just extreme pressure pain on my inner ankle. And that was the one thing that really pushed me over the edge to get these skates, because I knew that even if I had that pain right off the bat, I could heat mold them because these shells are fully heat moldable, and I could press out that area. I know you could do that with a plastic boot, but my pressure point is exactly where the cuff bolt is, so I can't really do that. And because these are all one piece, I would be able to fully push that area out without any problems. But I don't have the pain. I don't have any pain. They're so comfortable. I can't express it enough. I don't even think I'm going to heat mold them because they're perfect. Let's see what else. The sole plates are amazing. They slide really fast on sole grinds. They got nice space for negatives, which I like to do. The Royale groove is great. They feel really good. I did some set slides yesterday, and they were great for that too. That's my Royale skate. So the Royale groove is not huge, and to be honest, it barely sticks out at all. And when I first saw that, I was like, oh, I hope that it doesn't feel weird, but they feel really locked. I was even doing, I did a 270 switch backside Royale, which I've been able to do a little bit in the past, but it was probably the easiest it's ever been for me with these skates. It just locked really well, and I felt like I could sit on it, and that is not a normal feeling for me with a switch Royale. Just look at them though. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. I'm back skating the Kaiser Fluid 5 frames. I really liked the Adapt symmetric frames, and that's what I was skating in the last video, and I said that they were my favorite flat frame. I still like them a lot, but the groove on the Kaiser frames is a little bit wider, and I think it's a little bit deeper maybe. It just feels more locked and more controlled when you're skating a rail. The symmetrics felt a little bit floaty, and I think if I skated more street ledges, I could wear in that groove a little bit and they would be better. But this material that they use on their sole plates and their frames is so durable and hard wearing that it takes a while to get a groove worn in. And if you skate a lot of parks or rails, you're not really going to make that groove get any bigger. You really need something rough to wear that in. So I think because I don't get to skate street ledges as much as I'd like to, using these frames because the groove that they come with right out of the box is great, and they just feel really, really good. There's also a little bit more space between the wheels, which is nice when you're skating flat. So I think like if you're someone who wants to try flat and you want a traditional setup and not something like a Wish frame, I don't think you can get better than the Fluid 5s. I think they're really, really great. People have asked about the stiffness of the cuff, and that is also something that I was slightly concerned about because I saw some people saying it was really hard to do some things and you had to relearn, but I didn't find that to be the case at all. There's a deep V-cut in the back, and I don't know if maybe I just lean in a different way than some people, but I had no problem. I did top sides, lots of royales, no issue whatsoever. They don't feel like I can't bend. They just honestly feel perfect. I have no issues with anything. There hasn't been one trick that I thought, oh man, this is harder in these skates, or I have to relearn how to do it. In fact, everything just seems a little bit easier. They're definitely the most comfortable I've been skating. One little thing that might take a tiny bit of adjustment, since they're not a raised heel boot, I fell once landing fakie out of a grind, just because I was used to having that lift in the heel, because I was skating a pretty big heel pad in the 909, which is a raised heel boot plus the heel pad. So I fell once doing that, but that hasn't happened since, and I think I will adjust fine. I joked the other day that when I was in my prime, in my 20s, I skated the K2 250 for a while, and that's a flat boot skate. So that's something that I have some leftover muscle memory from, but that was not anything. They come with my sole. I don't know if that's visible. Probably not. You can't see it. Anyway, it says my sole insoles, and they feel good. I don't think I'm going to change anything. This is the first time I've gotten a skate where I haven't had to like mess with something, or mess around with different heel pads or insoles. I don't feel like I need to do anything. They just feel perfect. As I said, I'm not even going to heat mold them. I did get the aluminum buckle protector. It doesn't look like I hit that yet or anything, so I guess that's fine. Just some extra protection. What else? I didn't get the carbon fiber. I got the something that starts with a D. I will put that right here, over here, somewhere. I'm gonna put it on the screen because I can't remember what that word is. But I got it because it's supposed to be slightly flexier than the carbon. So I can't compare that to the carbon, but I can say that these skates feel amazing. Yeah, I'm fully converted. It was absolutely worth the wait. I almost feel like I want to order another pair just because the wait was so long. But they seem super durable. That's noisy, but spinny. I've been skating these ceramic bearings that I bought on eBay that I saw someone post about on Facebook, and they've been holding up pretty well. They spin pretty good. They're noisy, but they spin fast, but they're really cheap. I think if you just look up like ceramic skateboard bearings on eBay, you can find them. I think I spent $30 for all of them. I know some of you are going to say you need new bearings, but I go through bearings quickly because I'm pretty hefty. What else? Did you see him? Just look at him. I'm sorry I didn't do an unboxing. I wish that, I don't know what I'm about to say that I'm wishing. I have no idea what I'm talking about. The power strap is optional. I didn't order it at first, and then I emailed them back and I was like, I need the power strap because Canon, aka Blading on the Brain, told me that I should get that. So I did. And I can't say whether it was crucial or not because I haven't skated them without them, but I think they look sweet. It's just, look at all the details on here. They're just so nice. Yeah, so the soles are pretty big on these. I will say that one thing that happened just once, but it scared me because they stick out a little bit in the back right here. I was coming off of a grind and I like clacked it like this, and it made a really loud noise, and I thought that I like broke my frame, and I panicked because I was like already just completely in love with the skates, and I was like, oh my god, I broke them, and I knew I wouldn't be able to wait another 8 weeks, but nothing broke. It was just a loud noise, and I think this material is super strong, so I'm over that fear. They're super durable. I know some people who skate a single pair for years, so can't recommend these enough. They are expensive, but again, they last a really long time, as I'm told, and super comfortable. If you're someone who has issues with sizing, this really is the way to go because it's custom made for your feet. And if you're curious, mine are a 43 with some extra room in the toe. I think there's an extra half inch or a little bit, like a third of an inch, that is built into the toe box because one of my feet is a little bit bigger. When I first put my foot in there, I'm buttered up against the end, but as soon as I strap them down, my heel gets locked into the little heel pocket, and I don't feel anything at the toe. Like I haven't felt toe bang or anything like that because of it being a soft boot and the power strap and all this stuff. Your foot is really locked in place, so you're not moving around, and the fit is so good that your foot is just in one spot, and you don't have to worry about sliding back and forth like you would in a hard shell. I'm skating those special edition dead wheels in the middle, and I'm still skating Apex wheels on the outside. The reason I'm not skating all pink dead wheels is because I only have 4, but also because I like a little bit of a rocker. So I skate 56s on the outside and 58s in the middle. So it's just a little more swivelly, which reminds me, I have something else to show you that I'm super excited about. So, one second. Okay, I'm back. So, speaking of rocker, I pre-ordered the new 50/50 prime frames with the aluminum core and which have the ability to use different plastic parts, the rest of the frame, and it'll attach to that core. And Lawrence 50/50 made this like an open source thing so that people can design new frames for them. What is the word? The core is the aluminum part, and then the frame, I guess it's just the frame. But anyway, I skate 2 different size wheels because I really like a rocker, and just so happened that Justin Thursday designed a flat frame with a built-in rocker, and I ordered a set to go with my 50/50 prime frames when they actually make it here. But these look amazing. I'm very excited to skate these. So they have everything that I've figured out that I love in a flat frame. They've got a groove that ends well before the wheels start. So you can see that there's this little flat area. So from here to here is flat, which blocks you from the wheels. So this space I've found is the most helpful thing in protecting from wheel bite. Doesn't matter how low this comes down or if it like pockets over the wheel. For example, the ground control flat 4 frames or Featherlight 4 frames, the groove comes all the way to the wheel and it just comes down really low and sort of like covers it. But in my experience, you still get wheel bite when that wheel touches the ledge. You won't get wheel bite on a rail, but if you're somebody who skates a lot of ledges, you're gonna get wheel bite there. So you don't need the frame to come down really low and awkwardly. You just need extra space right here, which is what Justin did because he's super smart. And they've got this nice angle, which will be really nice for groove tricks and set slides. And they already have a rocker. Really excited to skate these. So I'll do a review of these when I finally get the 50/50 prime frames, which should be pretty soon. So shout out to Justin Thursday. Thank you for these. Can't wait to skate them. They're gonna look nice on here. Yeah, that'll look cool. It'll match my gray at the top. Okay, this is a pretty long video. Good talk. I'll see you soon.